Okay. Keep looking at the buttons. Okay, the first, we're gonna call the public hearing September the 3rd, 2024. Call the, everybody's got the agenda in front of them. Motion to approve. Some second.
Second.
Peter, if you got enough information to vote, quick thumbs up. Yeah, okay. We're here tonight to talk about development agreement with the LDM Fisheries Limit to permit development of new residential dwelling on lot 2022 along Shore Road, bed 303-828-16. Application 2024. Doesn't appear that our planner is joining us, so we won't read through all that. I think we've all seen this. So is there any written submissions?
No, there is not.
None. Okay. And anybody here to make an oral presentation? Other than Peter? Okay, so there's no oral presentation, so is there any general discussion on the from council?
Nope, I think it's good.
You think it's good?
I think it's good. It's great.
Everybody agrees that it's good? The
Good.
planning committee approved it. Our development officer and our planner liked it, so that's it. We have a motion to adjourn then. We're that satisfied that quickly.
And seconded.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thumbs up, Peter. Okay, we'll call the regular meeting of council. Although any additions or deletions, we've had a couple under G5, we have nomination committee. And there are two new business conversation about joint stocks. If hearing no others, can we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. Any further discussion on the agenda? If none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Any nays? Okay. Minutes of the previous meeting, August the 6th. Everybody's had those, chance to look at those.
Only thing I'll say is, and maybe you said it as well, but under the one for the Racket Pond, I think I'm the one that asked for the foundation to be put on the, that.
A racket pond has received so much silt that that would be back to America the way it was a kid.
Yeah.
So much silt.
With the mobile home, we can lay on it, hopefully it's full for sale.
Closed? Are we closed?
We are a week away from being a week away.
Yeah.
I really don't have a definitive answer.
Well, the thing is, that can be listed now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I,
Yeah.
but you don't know. You don't know what price, what we want. So,
Yeah, they'll give us that. It should be. Anything else in there?
No.
Okay. We have a motion to approve the minutes of August the 6th.
So, as amended.
As amended. Okay. All those in favor say aye. Peter, your thumb up.
Aye.
All right.
Motion approved. And Peter, if you got a question, you can chat through that, okay? You'll have to be able, you can send us a message. Okay, business horizon Minutes, second and final reading of law 2020, bylaw 2024, road trail designation. Last time we discussed this, we were we in the bottom there asking the bylaw shall be reviewed 6 months from enactment. So that's now been added. So this, if there's no further changes in that, then this will be the final reading.
See the photograph at the RV.
RV.
I think Google Maps may have correctly launched this train.
Is that right? I did, in talk about enforcement, I was coming out of town hall a week ago, and the two little ATVs were having problems with Raptors type. And one flew down the street, but he didn't realize it was an RCMP car at the stop sign, so they got it up here on the street. But they've been racing them through Conway and everything else, so I walked in, they took off, and the lights started, and he did pull. So I don't know what the story is. There's two of them are causing issues. Okay, so if there's no changes, this will be the second and final reading of the bylaw. Tom, what's the next step after that?
The next step, you have to advertise. It's advertised, and it is legal, so to order. Now that second reading, start if he hasn't ordered the signs already, sign required signing second.
You're going in and out, Tom. So did you say the signs have been ordered, like the stop signs and stuff? Is that what you just said? Sorry.
Sure, whether they have been ordered or not, but we will. Now that the second reading has been done, it won't come effect until we advertise that in a couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
we have some time to get the signage that we require. I've seen some signage that County Yarmouth has, and basically they have it posted as a road trail. And
It'd be important to keep them out of Marshall Yard.
Yeah.
Solid days we have to go through, maybe 8 or 10 went through the grass.
because that's why we sort of had it, so that then you get the actual trail set in there, a gravel trail, so they can go in.
Did Keith or the president of the ATVs there, did they say they could get a grant for those or help pay for those, or was that just what he
Actually,
talked about?
some grants, but he was under the understanding that they could get the grant, but they had to be ordered through the municipality if whoever was doing it, because they, not to say when they order that kind of signage.
Yeah, there's certain requirements around the signs and stuff like that, so.
Yeah, but they can apply for grants that we can apply for. And they can get funding for trail maintenance and different things.
Okay, I knew it was something. Yeah.
So, and I'm quite sure that they're available to do that, or will want to do that.
Yeah.
Keith has told me several times that he would do that, so.
Okay. Good.
Does anybody want to read that into the minutes and just approve that first section? Just talk.
Be enacted by Council Jamie Authority and Road Trails Act S 2023 C4, which permits municipality by applying to designate highway or part of the highway. It's not the road owned by one is in right province and road.
Maybe that's like, it's final, you know.
As known as 2024-3 cited as road closed designation.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? I guess we reach out to Keith now, and say, let's work together. On science to messaging, and patrolling, policing. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? None. F2, second final reading for development agreement to LBN Fisheries, which we just had a public hearing, and there's a large crowd here tonight. I'm pleased to see everybody here. Yay. I don't have time for pretty words. So we have that in. Yep. We don't have that, we just have it in a pack, so. Pay it, yeah, so,
Make a motion.
Yeah,
Development agreement, Avian Fisheries Limited, for development of new residential dwelling on lot 2022 along the Far Road, PID number 303828816, as detailed in the application dated June 8th, 2020.
I'll second that.
he's, any further discussion? None? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? I'm up for Peter. Okay, he wants to get going right away, or, his wife told me they like to start right away.
Yeah. Now that this is passed, there is an appeal period, 14 days, but then appeal council, they appeal to the Public Utility Board. And so, once that is, 14 days is lapsed and there's no appeal, we can execute the development agreement. Get it registered and then talk to the race meeting. I can issue a permit.
Okay, report, CEO report. Highlights, huh?
Mount Street upgrade project, making good progress. Yeah, bi-weekly meetings are ongoing with the contractor, project manager, and town staff. So traffic control management plan. Not hearing any complaints from residents. And, the town staff knows there was more traffic on that street. That is not the traffic. Contractor must have followed up and did follow up. And to make sure traffic control are asking where the destination is on that street.
They have to get over their cars?
Hmm?
I meant the employees.
Well, there's a lot of pipe in the ground, doesn't look like we get a whole lot more pipe to do, but there's, yeah.
Now, basically, yeah, most of the pipe, I believe, is in. Yeah,
Yes, I saw that, they were doing that. Did they give you timelines when they may be down in the paving? Was that 60 days or 90 days?
well,
They didn't.
no. They put the mains in.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna get back in, actually put the laterals and the surfaces in.
Yeah.
Right, they wanna get testing that you have to do, they have to do pressure testing and stuff first. They do that, and they. So.
Just a question with school on Thursday, are the buses going down Church Street? And are they allowing the students coming up West Street or down Mount Street, or what's the scoop on the school?
So the school the traffic plan that has been put forward and approved by the school board and that is that buses will, down Church Street, go to West Street, enter the parking lot. And off West Street, exit on out the unopened portion of the bus exit out back to Church Street.
Okay.
Pick up and drop off of students will be on King Street at the front doors. That's where they're picking somebody up, a student, dropping them off. The parking lot for the student slash staff parking is basically, you can go in when the buses aren't there. When the buses are there, you can't move to in or the way. So, and that's for safety. So, in theory, it should work. People, there'll be no traffic entering from that street. So no, yeah, the buses are gone and they can leave. So we are going to have some yeah, we may have a crossing guard to go after that, help with direct people to wear, and plus we'll have someone. And regulated.
And I think the drive shared on social media now, so it'll be chaotic for a week.
And Tree Street, that's now all complete. At this point. Looks quite a lot different. Definitely the sidewalk is going down school side. Victoria down to the back doors, basically. Students won't have to cross the road. Victoria Street. There is a crosswalk at the entrance to the arena. That's so that parents can go into the arena parking lot, they can drop the kid off, and they go on the crosswalk, ready to cross. Shouldn't slow traffic down. So that's why.
So there'll still be a traffic guard on the one by the arena, right?
There still will be, yes.
Okay.
There'll still be a traffic guard or a crossing guard there and on Victoria as well. But the thing is, they're just gonna be there for anybody that needs to go through past the school. Or the.
Right.
So. And the Shore Road culvert replacement project, so the paving has been completed and we're waiting on the guardrail installation. And that's done with the project. Preliminary tax notices. There's 5 preliminary tax sale notices that have been sent out to properties located at 151 Queen Street, 36 Carlton Street, 10 Carlton Street, 162 3rd Avenue, and 21 Maiden Lane as part of the tax sale process in preparation for the March 2025 tax sale. Given the property owners 14 days to pay their outstanding taxes or make payment arrangements in order to stop the tax sale process. CMHC.
What's the 14 day? What's that deadline? What's the date?
From the date of the receipt of the.
Also, are they all different because they all want to receive it differently?
Yeah, but it's 14 days from the receipt of their thing, you know. I mean, if somebody says, well, I just got it in 2 months. Well, we know that's not correct. Right? I mean, it'll depend on the service address or the mailing address. If it's all local, then we know that they probably get it within 2 days. CMHC Housing Acceleration Fund application number 2 is, grant coordinator has been actively working on the application. He's drafted a housing action plan, which I have reviewed and approved to the council meeting agenda, which is under new business for council's consideration. Ran the annual report, and I received limited copies of the 23-24 Western Regional Enterprise Network annual report. I requested additional copies so that they can be distributed to all council members. FOIPOP Act review engagement session with NSFM, so council members should have received an invitation via email from NSFM Communications from the FOIPOP working group for feedback from elected municipal officials on potential legislative changes and the potential impacts.
This is it. I shake my head. Well, this one's not so bad. NSFM seems to schedule so many different things. In September, October, and why not wait till after the election?
Yeah.
Can be a mute point. Yeah, they do that every time there's an election.
So if anybody is, they obviously registration in advance, so
yeah,
information's there to put that in our. Sure. Everybody get it in advance.
Try to, when I get them, I try to send. Okay, any other questions for Tom? No, we'll move on. There was a motion that came out of the committee of the whole. Need approved tonight. Regards to the Queen Street Goth, may be authorized to accept any donations. They come forward.
Yes, updated or something.
Yes, yeah. If you want to be, think big, you gotta
Thank you.
act big.
Well, we're just so used to all come from a ways, calling us a city that I guess it caught on.
Yeah, I'll move the approval of the design and construction work for the Queen Street lookoff. Furthermore, it is recommended the town of Digby Hall, or the town of Digby be authorized to accept further donations and issue tax receipts for contributions towards this project.
Second that.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
Can we be a city? Will that cost us more money?
No, I gotta change the charter.
Stays a town, I guess.
Problem is, they're not gonna want us to be a city. They don't want us to be a town, so you think we're.
Well, so we become a city instead.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
really making.
yeah. All those in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Any nays? Thumb up, Peter? Oh, good, great on that. Digby area recreation. Anything to add to that? Mike or Peter?
I wasn't at that meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ice is going in September 29th. Katie is down again for a hockey camp, so we're doing that again. And I guess the numbers are pretty big this summer for the pool, so and the splash park. So been a great summer that way.
And on the roof maintenance and repairs.
I didn't hear.
I just wonder if there's a cost estimate on roof repairs, et cetera.
You're doing, but I assume there's a price tag.
For the splash park, you mean?
No,
The arena roof,
Arena roof.
the roof on the arena.
Oh, the arena roof. I can't hear you going in and out, so I didn't hear any quotes yet. Did you hear any, Tom, at the last meeting or? No?
Maybe you can find it. Keep us up to date.
Yeah.
I know that Jill was there with the finance minister on the 23rd.
Yeah.
That was part of their discussion, was just that, I believe, and some other sport stuff.
Well, she sits around the table. Still have to get to the treasury department.
Yeah. Oh, I also asked for a bunch of stuff too.
Oh, yeah. They had dinner with the premier. I asked him for the problems.
Mike, are we gonna put the town and municipalities logo on the ice this year?
I couldn't hear you.
Are we gonna put the town and municipalities logo on the ice this year?
Sure, we can do it for a price, probably.
Yeah.
I can check into it if that's what, if you guys want the town logo on. I can't see why not.
It
I don't know
was,
I don't know what's involved in it. We probably have to order the logo, right?
There and that, so
It's just like Ricky could just print it off just because.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll check with Sharon tomorrow. I'll let
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, any other comments or questions? If not, planning advisory. So we got two,
I'll move the town enter into development agreement with 4576251 Nova Scotia Limited to permit the development of 3 multiple unit residential structures to contain a total of 76 dwelling units and related street and infrastructure units as generally represented in the application and associated site plan, servicing plan, and building details dated March 18, 2024. To be done with conditions for a phased approach and road infrastructure to be detailed in the development agreement.
I'll second it.
so this was pulled essentially out of that meeting by Chris, or, yeah, okay. Yeah, it was generally what we discussed, but
yeah, as far as second.
yeah, it was that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes
So, yeah, I mean, the road infrastructure, most of that is, with the exception, Center Park is gonna be controlled by the town. Guess I failed to know just to the point. The whole thing. Trail on.
Yeah, that is,
Trail, no, right, the survey plan that we have was done this summer, so that we knew where the bounds of the road are. Show survey markers on each side of the trail is. Which means that marks the width of that trail. So therefore, you know, it's no different than any other railroad crossing or trail crossing that's going through our other streets. It's the same thing.
so I felt he was a bit confused or something over, because when you look at the plan, there's interference out of the crossing. Then you put the proper signage out, and every other road, every driveway along
We even had a discussion about all it is.
there. Any other comments?
So when they build the roads, are we gonna build them both at the same time and they build the crossroad, or are we gonna do one Tom first? And wherever, what building they're doing, drive that way? Like one road instead of 2 roads at the same time? Because they're building their waterfront ones first, right?
So what will do, very least is do West Street. Because West Street, two things, it'll help us remove that section of Thomas Road that's going through private property. And you come down West Street and you go to Thomas Road.
Yeah. Okay,
And
gotcha.
we can get some infrastructure, wastewater and water. It's all gonna be put in phases, I guess, and that's all part and parcel to this whole phase approach that we're talking about. Because we're
Yeah.
not together in negotiations with, or conversations, I should say, not negotiations, conversations with the builder who represents the developer. He wants to work together, and so that we can do it. Like if he's got a contractor in for doing some things, we don't need to ever go to tender for a contractor. We can subcontract to him for services. Because he's got to have a contractor with excavators and stuff all on site anyway to do what
Yeah.
what he has to do. So
Yeah.
it's cheaper for us to hire that person to do that since they're all on the site. So
That's good.
Spoke to our MLA just briefly about infrastructure, how where housing is so important right now. Is there help infrastructure? Where that's going, yeah. Okay, can we, all those in favor of that, say aye.
Aye.
All right,
Days? Peter said yes. Second development agreement.
Just a question, proceed. So you did one development agreement, and then come back to the second, get the second one, or the third one. So do we have to appeal the first one?
they never
Yeah.
executed.
Okay.
Right, so it stopped before it went to the part of where the council would have to declare not start. So they stopped just short of that. So basically, it's the same it's the same application, just amended 3 times. Two times from the
Two, and then, yeah, because.
Yeah.
Because that first one's gone completely different, because this one is completely different from
Yeah.
all the rest.
Yeah.
I've never seen three deal with 1 3. I'm not sure whether it will
Mhm.
Maybe area housing coalition society. To promote the redevelopment of Civic 81 Mahi Road, PID number 3022978 for the purpose of establishing 34-unit residential dwelling units, associated common use facilities and multipurpose spaces proposed. An application of associated site planning and building as dated July 16, 2000.
I'll second that.
second of that. Any further discussion on this? Beat this to death.
Mhm.
All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Has there been any further conversation, Tom, with you know the problem we'll have with us regards to the 24 units on their land?
there is they've asked for some information. Wanted to know the costing of permits, what permits they were going to need, and what the cost of the permits were. So they are gonna have to go through the agreement. Over 8.
they wanted to start this fall and have them occupied by next summer, something like that.
Could be how much.
Yeah, yeah, bring them and they put it all together.
Done some survey.
Okay,
Right now, the ball is back in their court. Kent isn't a real company. That module,
yeah,
I mean, owned by Kent. That's doing work for.
okay. See you that, moving on nomination committee. Yeah,
Oh, it's good.
yeah, let's do that.
It should be whatever council.
So we'll have a public hearing on that 6 P.M. Monday night in the first week of October. Every day of that. Nomination committee for Tideview. Don't have the name here.
Sure, Charlene or Shirlene, huh?
Shereen,
Shireen Shepherd.
she would be our Tideview rep. She's been nominated, so we need a motion to approve that nomination. And she's a resident.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Someone comes forward to volunteer like that. It's great. So, all those in favor of that nomination?
I,
Aye. So you can let Ty know. Tom.
Yeah.
No correspondence. New business, Housing Accelerator Fund Action Plan. That is you.
I'm just here to answer questions.
Well, I was reading through it. I guess my question is, this is part of our review that we have on your way now. Slide in there somewhere.
Slides in under the first initiative and the second initiative as well, which is nice. So essentially what this document is this is the first piece to the Housing Accelerator Fund #2 application that I've been working on. Essentially, CMHC gives you a list of the 10 most used initiatives in regards to this application across the country. And what you have to do is you have to bring to them 5 initiatives. And these 5 initiatives are in line with what they think are best practices for accelerating the building of houses in the municipality. So what I've done is I put this together. I sat down with Tom and we discussed it. And these are all initiatives that we feel that we can do in the 3 years that's given. And we do get applications just like any other applications are point based. And if we have council's approval for this action plan, we get more points. We would technically have to have it approved regardless. But if we have it approved before when the application goes in, it gives us more points, generates more points.
when's the application going in?
September 13th. Yeah.
Next week.
Like your motion. The world preaching that you can have, social housing. That's how you foster.
We slide this into our PSLPG, or whatever you want to call it, review. Is there any other consequences in that development, or like putting this in there, will that change something further down the document that we have to? Nothing.
No, nothing like that. What happens is this document as well as a very large spreadsheet that we apply. You have to meet so these 5 initiatives, you have to meet timelines. They call them milestones. We have to meet these milestones. There's 3 years of them. And the faster we do it, the more points we get because we're accelerating housing faster. So the idea is we do these as fast as we can. The nice thing about being a small a small municipality is we can do these faster than a big municipality, which is really nice. The challenge is we're a small municipality. So it's tough to kind of hit some of these road marks, some of these milestones. So
And get so much of this in place over years.
Yeah. Yeah. like from the information I've seen on your review already, the first initiative is already done. It's just a matter that it's got to be brought to council. The parking standards pretty straightforward. Yeah, and it's already been talked about. The grant program is something that Tom and I can work together on. And I've already got a really good process for that, so it's not a huge thing. And then yeah, and that's the 10, their 10 best initiatives, and I pretty much didn't rewrite them. Like what they said was the 10 best that they received in the first round. I just took the 5 that we thought we could do and put them into our initiative. So hopefully that's a really great thing, because we did the last application, there was a couple misses. So
Yeah,
So,
Right.
Oh.
Like,
yeah, so with the initiative 3, you talked about the grants. Is that like a set amount we're going to put aside, like in the capital budget or a budget, and do we get some control over what they look like color and stuff like that? If we're given the grant, like how does that work?
So the grant money, so if you receive the money from this Housing Fund Accelerator, you can use that money to create the grant program.
Okay.
So it wouldn't actually come out of your capital budget. It would come out of the money that we receive from CMHC.
Okay, and so we would get some say on what the building actually looked like.
We can make this program whatever you want it to look like. They just say they want a program there, and we would really want to gear it towards both affordable housing and accessible housing. As Tom's mentioned a number of times, affordable housing has been a key word for quite a while. Accessible housing has become very, very prominent. So we want to make sure that we have that money set aside, and we want to look at those that want to support that kind of housing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the new buzzword is sustainable. We've gone from low income to affordable to sustainable, accessible. It changes by the month, depending on what. If this gets approved, is there any immediate cost to the town, other than we just start fine tuning the program?
It's like most of the planning initiatives would be doing it anyway, right? And so and then what it does is it provide us with some funding to help pay for the consultants in that. So we try to take advantage of it, and the grant program, that's where, the 2 DAs that we give first reading to, we can work those into that program where, the infrastructure costs for the Thomas Road project, maybe we funded from this grant program, even if we have to work it out, give it to the developer who in turn will give it back, or pay us. We may have to get the developer to pay us to do the work, right? But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the CS is the same thing. Maybe things that we can help out and provide a grant for them to.
You still don't know how that could be money that comes to us to go through us to them.
Yeah, I think that's the way it works. We apply for it and it comes to us, and we set up the programs and fund it accordingly.
The only frustrating thing about this whole process is the fact that the provincial government structured it. We used to have our own housing departments. Let's throw them all.
The nice thing about this fund is they give you the dollars. And it's very wide open how you use those dollars.
So
Yeah.
would it be wise for us in initiative number 4 to, if they give us the money, because you mentioned about the current fees for development would be waived. What is our average development fees on, say, an apartment of the 76 building? Roughly.
Right around $2,000 probably time, if you take into consideration the DA application process. Because it's multi-unit for the most part, it's gonna have to go through the DA process, and then it's the development permit process, and it includes the building permits as well.
Okay.
So.
All right. That's good. Yeah. And I guess my last question on initiative 5 is, how can we speed up things? We've always talked about speeding things up, and what are you suggesting can be sped up there? Like, we have things required by the government. What can we speed up?
Speed them up, or the problems is gonna speed them up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Rob and I have discussed that quite a lot, because we still have the Bible, which is the MDA that we have to follow, and the process is laid out. But we all know that the province also is making amendments all the time lately to the MDA, so we don't know what that process may change. But we can do from our end, and we have somewhat increased the process, or cut down on the amount of time. Just like the rezonings and the DA applications. Basically, they would normally have taken probably another 4 months from what because when we went to having a public hearing and followed by the company, okay, right?
Yeah.
Almost a month's process out of that. So time wise, right? And we can do that within our regulations, but we have to stay within those regulations. So, and we can probably stream up the application process as well, right?
We don't know everything at a curveball. The municipality is changing all of their landmark uses too. So we might have to be hit the curve saying, suddenly now the field in Conway is going to be developed. Now we're going to be asked to extend water and sewage, right?
Yeah.
I've considered that at any other point.
Yeah, I'd say you could probably even tie initiative 5 into initiative 1, because we're gonna be changing what's allowable for low density, medium density, and everything else. It's gonna make it so we don't necessarily have to be sitting down as often to talk about development agreements. And this one's gonna be kind of dumb, but I think it also makes sense, which is go back to when we were discussing potential project on Victoria Street. We had some delays because we set a meeting, and we sit here at the end of the meeting and say, okay, when's everybody available? And oftentimes you're the planner, well, I can't do that week, that week, that week, that week. We were 6 weeks, 8 weeks out almost every time we had a meeting. Now we set 2 meetings at a time, and we meet every month. We just need to make sure we've got something that comes to us. We do the exact same thing. Like just do this. It's easy, but it's a smart way to do it.
Application process, setting down the thing, because seems like it's a moving target. Just when I think I have a handle on what the application process is, for a DA, especially the DA, and then all of a sudden, our planner throws another monkey wrench into it, says, no, I need this and need this. We need the cheat sheet done to go with the application. If this is what we need, and the application form filled out, and this plan, in this plan.
And
That's,
the names too.
yeah,
Do we
and,
need the traffic study? Do we need the water assessment? Do we,
Yeah.
And don't let the planner drive the timelines.
No.
That's always been frustrating.
yeah,
Be nice to have it'd be nice to have a handbook that you could pass the contractors when they come, you know, instead of searching everywhere. Maybe a handbook is what we need.
You write it out, photocopy it at work.
Here's the bank. Okay, any other comments? We gotta have this in by the 13th, so either we think about it and have another meeting, or we approve it tonight, so. Yeah,
I'm comfortable with you tonight.
it looks like you've done all of it.
Yeah.
These are
but
bigger.
they're
projects.
allowed to this. Let's put it this way, if Rob wasn't here, this application, it wouldn't be before council this way. Because, the only reason that we had an application in the first round is because, we had that other firm working for the Siesta. They're good, right? And I guess basically get what we pay for. We didn't pay anything for it, so we ended up getting nothing either.
So in other words, Rob, the pressure's on you.
Well, you weren't allowed to apply the second time if you didn't apply the first time. First application's only at a 30% success rate. And the fund went from $4 billion to $400 million.
Yeah, and they went to all the cities.
Yes, they went to all the large municipalities.
So this
Absolutely.
is meeting on the 13th. They give you an idea of what the where dates are in.
No, the way they talk about their timelines, it's always January, December timelines. So I would expect that we would hear before the new year.
Oh, thank you, Lisa.
So I want to put that motion through. It's there on your last page of the plan.
I'll make that motion.
Okay. All those in favor of us providing submission of the Canadian or whatever they call it, now, acceleration fund. Yeah.
Aye.
All right.
Any days? Let's see what happens this time.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on holiday.
Holidays. You could have zoomed in. Yeah. But it's overtime. It stocks. Paul, you had a comment?
Yeah, I just, Unistop is an important resource for whether we're doing grants or whether we're trying to do partnership with some group in our community. And I oftentimes will look up to make sure the registration is paid, who the board of directors are, and if we have to look at financials. But now the province is starting to charge it.
$12.60.
Depends which
Yeah.
report we want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just wondered if you would be interested in supporting a motion to ask the Bush Federation municipality to that municipal volunteer.
I know the difference.
Well, it's
They do,
they're paying too.
Yeah, because I was at a meeting one night. For the trail coordinators, and he was, all the applications for trail maintenance grants for the district, they pay to get those documents. Yeah. Want someone to second that?
I didn't hear the motion. I didn't hear I haven't heard a word he said.
Oh, did you? He was just saying how
Can you
he
hear me
feels
now?
that Subway should give counselors 50% off all sandwiches.
Can you hear me now, Mike?
I'll tell the new owner.
Can you hear me now, Mike?
Yeah, just repeat that.
Hear you now, yeah.
So Mike, it's basically, when you're looking at joint registry of stocks, it's valuable information to find out financial information, to find out whether or not they're actually incorporated as a Nova Scotia joint registry of stock society or a charity, for that matter. And we use that information to find out information on somebody who might be entering into a partnership with, or somebody who might request a grant from us. But now the provincial government is charging for all those reports. So I wanted to know if we would ask the Nova Scotia Municipalities Federation, Nova Scotia's, to request from the provincial government that municipal bodies be made exempt from that charge.
See what they said.
I'll second that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't do it very well. We can do a first grant application. Yes, yeah. Sure. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, I'm just going to pay charities out.
If it ain't- But it's a big thing for them to be in that just for insurance purposes. Because then they can't go after the board of directors personally. They have to go through the society. But it's protection for anybody serving on a board. You should insist that they're registered with the notification.
I said on the board that Mr. still get sued.
And did you get sued personally?
Yes.
And did they get anywhere with it?
Well, I did, because I attended one meeting and I was ill. That was very ill. CRA came after me personally and collectively in interest. CRA oversees, they're here, yeah, they're here,
Yeah.
everybody else is here. Well, but it is, yeah, right, it's not a lot of money, but it's just a nuisance.
It is. And if you're doing 5, 6, 7,
All in favor? Asking.
Aye.
Aye. Yeah, that's it. So when you know it, you have to leave the room. Like, in-camera sessions with things like personnel or contract negotiations, that kind of stuff. There. Can be, you have to see it, see it. Go ahead, go.
Yeah.
We have a motion to camera?
So moved.
All of us favor going in camera?
All right.
Second. Paul? All in favor of the adjourning the meeting?
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
You two get better?